back to our microclimate weather alert. A live look outside Walnut Creek and Dublin. We continue to track some dangerous condition in parts of the Bay Area tomorrow. We've been talking about it. The big concern over the next few days is lightning. And here in the Bay Area, we know what a danger that poses. I was talking to Rob just a little bit ago. And, you hear that there's going to be thunderstorms. So there's going to be lightning and there's going to be downpours, but they're not necessarily connected.
Yeah, not necessarily connected, and initially a lot of times the rain evaporates aloft. These are high-base thunderstorms, so we get these what's known as virga sometimes, the rain that evaporates, and it causes gusty wind too. So the 1-2 punch for this could be the risk of dry lightning, and around some of these isolated cells you could have locally gusty wind. Right now it's relatively calm outside. Warmer start to the weekend, 81 degrees currently in San Jose. Looking off to the east out towards Mount Hamilton, that'll be one of the spots under a red flag warning by tomorrow evening. And same story out here around the Altamont Pass. You do have those wind turbines going with the west wind at 17 miles per hour. But look at the temperature, up to 93 degrees today in Livermore. And a completely different weather world continues in San Francisco. You got 63 degrees, drizzle and mist, really the opposite of fire danger. But that's the stable weather down at sea level. What's going to happen higher up in the atmosphere tomorrow, the monsoon surge up at about 10,000 feet, is what's going to really be increasing our instability around the Bay Area tomorrow. Morning temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We'll have partly cloudy skies to start. Tomorrow's temperatures, even as the clouds come in, are going to stay fairly warm inland. So even with mostly cloudy skies towards the end of the day, upper 80s south of downtown San Jose, we're still thinking we're going to have a chance of 90s inland with the risk of late day thunder. So that kind of illustrates some of the fire danger we'll be seeing around the inland East Bay tomorrow. For Oakland into Hayward, comfortably cool into the 70s, similar from San Mateo in the mid 70s. Low 60s into San Francisco, and North Bay temperatures pretty comfortable as well. We'll see those numbers in the 70s and 80s. So by tomorrow evening, you'll notice here in our futurecast, we're finally beginning to see some of those showers advancing up from the south. And that's the way this particular event will play out, moving up from south to north by about 5 o'clock in the evening. Notice how it's the Diablo Range, Santa Cruz Mountains, and South Bay, which appears to have the highest chances for seeing those showers. At that same time, 5 o'clock, look at those humidity levels inland. 25% and lower, so it's going to be extremely dry. Fuel moistures on the hilltops quite dry as these bands continue to pass on through. So from tomorrow evening to very early Monday morning, these clouds that continue going on by, even if they don't produce rain, that instability aloft might still trigger a brief 1 or 2 strokes of lightning. And given how dry the conditions around the Bay Area and over the Sierra, that is a top concern. By Monday afternoon, this pattern starts to relax a little bit as the high moves off to the east, so the gateway to that monsoon moisture begins to move back out towards Arizona and Nevada, and then we see those cooling changes arrive as we head towards the middle parts of the week. So for San Francisco, your 7-day forecast brings some cooling towards the middle part of the week, but even with the fog in San Francisco, some of the coastal hilltops still have slight chance of seeing some lightning, though I think the better odds inland will be for areas south of the Tri-Valley and probably around the Santa Cruz Mountains, San Jose southward. And it's events like this, if they break the wrong way when we get these lightning spark fires, it's what really set off last year's fire season in August, is when you had all those lightning spark fires. Given how conditions right now are record dry on the hilltops, those red flag warnings for the Bay Area hills above 1,000 feet getting started tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock through 5 o'clock Monday, means that those conditions, if we do see those dry lightning strikes, could really take off, especially if those localized storms producing some locally gusty winds too.
And all I can think of is the smell and the sights from that fire from last summer.
Wasn't that long ago?
It was not. Rob, thanks a lot.